कुरान मजीद में एक वर्स है, हम सबका पैदा करने वाला परवरदिगार खुदा कहता है, लक़द खलक़नल इंसाना फ़ी अहसनि तक़वीम थुम्मा रददनाहु अस्फ़ला साफ़िलीन। Surely we created man of the best stature, then we reduce him to the lowest of low. प्रभु परमेश्वर यहाँ ये स्पष्ट कर रहे हैं कि इस धरती पर दो किस्म के इंसान बसते हैं। एक वो जो इंसानियत, मानवता, सभ्यता, सदाचार, शिष्टाचार का उच्च स्तरीय मिसाल होते हैं, टॉप लेवल मॉडल ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी, जिन्हें पैगंबर कहा गया है। और वही इंसान जब हदें फैलाता है, देखिए असल में इंसान में बहुत किस्म की भूख मौजूद होती है और इसी में से एक भूख सत्ता की भूख है। जब ये भूख अपनी हद फैलाती है तो इंसान इसको मिटाने के लिए अपने जैसे इंसानों से, उनके जज्बात से और उनकी इज्जतों से खेलता है और यहाँ तक कि धर्म और भगवान के नाम का भी इस्तेमाल करता है। अपने मकसद को पाने के लिए वो किसी भी हद को चला जाता है और अपने उसे ना भगवान से कुछ लेना देना होता है और ना धर्म से, बल्कि उसका मकसद सिर्फ सत्ता की भूख को मिटा देना होता है। इसलिए कुरान कहता है कि जब इस दिशा को पहुंचता है तो वो जानवरों से नीच हो जाता है, क्योंकि जानवर अपनी जरूरत की हद ही कोई कदम उठाता है, मगर इंसान जब कदम हद से फलांगता है, किसी हद पर जाकर नहीं रुकता, मगर इंसान भूल जाता है कि ऊपर एक बहुत बड़ी ताकत है जो उसको देख रही है और असल में उसी का कानून है जो चल रहा है। जब जुल्म हद से आगे बढ़ जाता है तो खुदा के इंसाफ की चक्की चलती है और अत्याचारियों के घमंड और गुरूर को पीस कर रख देती है और इस धरती पर सत्य और इंसाफ का बोलबाला होता है। इन चंद अल्फाज के साथ मैं इनवाइट करती हूँ रेस्पेक्टेड रहमतुन्निसा साहिबा को, सेंट्रल सेक्रेटरी हैं जमात इस्लामी हिंद विमेंस विंग की। मैं इनको इनवाइट करती हूँ कि ये अपने व्यूज को आज हमारे सामने रखें।
Good evening, all of you, and Assalamu alaikum. May the Almighty's peace and blessings be upon all of us. Nari ka Samman Desh ka Abhiman. Under this slogan, all of us joined within a very short notice. I am very thankful to all the speakers who were able to stand with us, join in this program, and very boldly and loudly they made it very clear that this is not the idea of India that we want, and this is not the Indian culture, and this is not what we want this is not our constitutional culture. Thank you so much, all the speakers, and also our viewers, those who have joined us in Facebook Live, and they were also sending their comments again and again, expressing their views. It's really very positive. We have all got a very good positive energy. Saath milke jode hue, we have expressed our views, and now the program is coming to an end. But only this program is coming to an end. But my request is to all those who are watching, especially our state leaders, Jamaat-e-Islami Hind ka state leaders or other organizations ka, all of you please together apne states mein, district level par, wherever you can raise your protest, you can express your protest, and you can educate the society against this kind of activities. You have to do it, and you have to continue to do that. And this program clearly illustrates that we are with those sisters. We are expressing our solidarity to those sisters who were very badly being objectified and put on sale or auctioned. Actually, this was not an accidental incident, as many of our speakers have said. The first Suli deals happened at a festival occasion in connection with Eid celebration, and now this one during New Year celebration. What do these people want to tell the nation, that you don't have the right to celebrate, you don't enjoy yourself? Or do they want to put these people, put some darkness in their life on such occasions? I don't understand. Anyway, the message is clear. Today's program, the message is clear, and especially people like Khalida Baji and Afreen Fatima, those whose names and photos were also there, they expressed very clearly that if they want to put us down, if they want to stop us from speaking, we are not going to do that. And that is something which we appreciate from all of you. And we are with you, and we will definitely continue to raise our voice and stand for justice and do whatever we could to make this mulk, this country, a better place to live. Now, it is not the duty of only Muslims. Many of our sisters have expressed that it is the duty of everyone to prove that this is not the Indian culture. Actually, the whole nation is put to shame. And in front of the world, it's time for us to prove, and it is time to tell and show the world loud and clear that this is not the way women are to be treated in our country. Women are supposed to be treated in our country. This is not the Bharatiya Samskar that we celebrate much about. So more than the Muslims, it is the duty of our Hindu bhaiyo or bahno to prove and tell the world, break your silence and tell the world, Mani Shada bolne ka vakt hai. You please tell these people that this is not. And this is not something like a cyber crime. It's not we need not have to limit it to a cyber crime. Actually, this is more than that. It is much severe a crime where people easily brand people, you are anti-national bolke. Actually, this is an anti-national act of putting the entire nation into shame and abusing and acting against the constitutional values of the fundamental rights of right to privacy, right to dignity. So if and the entire nation is put to shame, and that itself is an anti-national act, and it has to be dealt with like that only. But the thing is, as many of you have said, those who are arrested are just the tips of the iceberg. It is deep rooted. Who are behind that? And all those who are behind, those who are supporting, those who are motivating, those who are instigating, those who are funding, they should be brought to daylight, and they should be named, and they should be isolated and punished in such a way that no one would ever dare to do such things again. Those propaganda against the Muslims, the hate speeches, all those people are to be put to blame, and they are to be punished and brought before the law. Such an evil mindset has been created among the youngsters, and it is continuously happening in our country through speeches and through writings, through articles, to media. Our leaders, those who are supposed to be the leaders, the so-called leaders or rulers of the nation, themselves are doing all these. So who are the anti-social elements, who are the anti-nationals? It's time to say and isolate them. So our sisters, they don't want to call themselves as victims. We also don't want them to call as victims, but those who were targeted, we demand that they should be compensated for all the troubles that they have undergone. And as said by our speakers, it is the violation of fundamental rights, and it's not a small offense. So it's a challenge on our constitutional values. So it has to be dealt in that way only. It's not an offense against Muslim women alone. Many of our speakers have said it. It's an offense against the entire womanhood, or rather humanity. So it has to be dealt in that way. If you have enmity or difference against any community or society, the easy way is to target that community's women. So do you think that women are easy target, and especially Muslim women who value dignity and who value their morality much, and they are put to shame? And the message is very clear that it is to put the entire community into shame. But we are not going to sit back, but we have to go forward and to constructively join together and work for the progress of our nation, for our society. As you all know, during the COVID and after that also, a lot of organizations, including Muslim organization, we have served our society, served our community, country, through our hand holding projects, through our Khidmat-e-Khalq projects, and we were supporting, and that has to continue. people like Khalida Baji and all, they were doing that. And as an organization, Jamaat-e-Islami Hind was doing it, and many other Muslim organizations were also doing it. So we need to support our country economically, socially, for the upbringing of the society. But at the same time, these kind of anti-social elements have to be targeted and they should be isolated. And we need to call a spade a spade. So whether they are, young or old, the spade is a spade. So this program is also to tell the entire nation that we will stand with the oppressed, come whatever, whichever community we belong to, whichever community is in problem. I, as a responsible Zimmadar of Jamaat-e-Islami Hind, I want to tell the nation that we will stand with the oppressed, whichever community they belong to, whether they are Dalits or Adivasis or Muslims, whoever it is. Now it is our Muslim sisters, so we are standing with them. So wherever there is a problem, we will have to support, and we have to join hands together in supporting. And I request all of you who have joined us today to join hands and let us, try to work together for the progress of the society. And thank you so much, all our Facebook viewers also, and you all follow our page and continue to wait for more such constructive and useful programs which will benefit our society at large, at our country at large. And thank you so much. Let me conclude, and especially I would like to thank once again the anchor, the program convener, and everyone who have spoken and opened up, because nowadays speaking up boldly, it needs courage to speak against what is happening in our country, to say that this is not what we want, this is not to happen in our country, to stand for truth, to stand for justice. People need courage, because one by one there are attempts to put stop people from talking, to put them down, or to brand them, to isolate them. So we need to stand together, we need to get united and stand for our society. Thank you so much. May the Almighty bless all of us who have assembled here, and also our country at large. May peace and justice prevail. May the country progress into change. Let us bring change in our country, so that, as Rabindranath Tagore said, where the head is held high and where the mind is without fear, into that heaven of freedom, let's all work together to make our country a real democratic and free country, where everyone, irrespective of their community, irrespective of their faith, religion, whether they are believers or non-believers, whether they are atheists, whether they are men or women, in whichever class or category they belong to, where everyone can live without fear, without anxiety, and everyone can progress and flourish well. And one appeal to our government is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. More, the budget, maximum of that budget is being spent on publicity. Now we request our government to spend at least 1% of that budget to safeguard the women and children, the girls of our society. May God bless all of us. Thank you so much. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.